Our plan was to spend 2 weeks in Malaysia and explore a bit more of the interior of the country since we have visited Kuala Lumpur several times already. However, when the news came that Thailand will be dropping all of their COVID entry requirements for all passengers, especially for the vaccinated travelers, we thought to ourselves, this is the opportunity to make this happen. We were already in Southeast Asia and the flight was going to be a short one, so we jumped on the opportunity. With the news of the country reopening, it also meant that there will be an influx of travelers and airlines will capitalize on this one as well. 2 weeks prior to this, I looked to see what the cost of flights were going to be from Kuala Lumpur to Phuket. The prices were around $30 per person for a round trip. However, since we waited to get to Malaysia before we can purchase our tickets, the price jumped to almost $100 on AirAsia. We got a good deal that ended up being the same price to do a multi-city travel between Kuala Lumpur, Phuket, Singapore versus doing the round trip between Kuala Lumpur and Phuket. So we decided to actually get a good deal doing 3 cities instead. Welcome to those who are new to our channel. My name is Artur, and here on our channel we provide you with travel tips in the form of flight and hotel reviews so that you can save time and money while maximize your trip. In addition, we love exploring the world and discovering new cultures and food. If this type of content interests you, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. Let's get going with this travel journey, shall we? Our day started at the Element Hotel by Marriott in Kuala Lumpur. A full hotel review is listed here on our channel. Be sure to watch at your own leisure.
This is it, folks. Our time here in Kuala Lumpur is now complete. We're about to head to the airport, and then from the airport, head over to our destination number 3 on our journey here in Southeast Asia. So we'll show you guys how we get to the airport, and then we'll show how the things goes from the airport to where we're going. But as far as KL is concerned, this is really it. We're done. We're done with KL. Hopefully you enjoy watching this segment.
We left the hotel and headed to Kuala Lumpur International Airport, also known as KIL Terminal 2. The journey takes about 50 minutes by car. The same can be for the train, however we wanted to leave at our own time and not be confined by the train schedules. But if you need to take the train, you have that option. For the taxi, it costs us almost $20 for the journey. We arrived at the airport and allowed enough time. We were actually glad that we did that because it took about 1 hour to just check the bags. Initially we were traveling with carry-on only, so we checked in online already. However, with this additional shopping that we did, and we needed to check in one of the bags because it was not going to be able to be carried on. Word of advice: if you can travel with carry-on only, please do so.
So we went through the check-in process. It took about 1 hour just to go through the check-in process here with AirAsia in Kuala Lumpur. That was just crazy, just to get your bags checked in. And they don't have option for you to check your bags online, which is weird. But anyways, we're here going through our gate to trying to catch our flight to Phuket and maybe get us some much deserved time. They have a movie lounge.
We rushed to get to our gate, and to our surprise, the flight was delayed by 20 minutes. No complimentary meal or beverages served on this flight. Therefore, we decided to purchase meal for this short 1.5 flight. So let's talk about AirAsia.
So right now we're still waiting. Our flight is delayed. So while we're delayed, I want to talk about quickly. AirAsia is a low-budget carrier that operates within Asia, and they also, I think, have some flights to the U.S. If I'm not mistaken, probably in the west coast of the U.S. But it's a low-budget carrier, similar to like Frontier or Spirit Airlines that do travel international, right? So Frontier and Spirit Airlines, they have flights to the Caribbean and so on. But it's not bad, but they have their issues, right? With flight delays. So this is the second flight we're taking with them. and it's still delayed. Will I recommend it? I think so. And I think the best thing to do is to buy your ticket ahead of time, and you can pay like 10, 20 bucks to fly from one country to the other, which I think is great. And then we paid, I think, $25 for just a baggage check, which is still good, right? So
But I think it's 50% if you buy.
Yeah, so if you like pay online, you pay less on the luggage versus paying at the airport. But I just think overall it's not bad. Okay, it's not bad. You can pay a little bit more to like have assigned seat and luggage and all this stuff. So similar to like paying for priority type of access. But overall, I think it's a great carrier. We're gonna see how our flight is gonna go when we go to Phuket, and then on our way back to Singapore. We're also going to evaluate that aspect of the flight and see how it goes. So right now, I think apart from delay, I think they start boarding, so I'm going to head over to get boarded. But I think apart from that, it's not bad. We flew that from Singapore here to Kuala Lumpur, and now we're going to use it to Phuket and then back to Singapore. So again, we'll keep you posted on how this flight goes.
Shortly, it was time for us to board our flight.
So we just boarded, going on the plane now, and yeah, this is bye-bye Malaysia. And then hopefully we'll get to Phuket a little probably late, but hopefully we'll be there on time. All right.
Speaking of seat assignment, since we were not able to pay for seats and relied on the airline to assign us seats, they couldn't find any seats for us to sit together. I was seated in the second row and my wife in the fourth row. The configuration for this plane is 3-3 with no business class, all economy. Now this is similar configuration from our flight from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur. Shortly after everybody boarded, we were pushed back and we're on our way to Phuket. As we enjoy clips of pushback and takeoff, this is the time that I would like to ask for you to smack the like button. It will really brighten our day and put a smile on our face. You just can't see it, but it just did since you hit the like button.
They are being pointed out to you now, bearing in mind that the nearest exit may be behind you. In the
We departed KL and took off with these gorgeous scenes of Kuala Lumpur and the Indian Ocean. For the next hour and a half, the ocean will be our view. As for the seat we are in, there's nothing much on it to show, with the exception that it had enough leg room, but for someone that is taller than I am, it will be really tight. There was internet on the plane for the cost of $10, but I decided not to purchase this time. Similarly to the meal, we did not decide to purchase any meal on flight, as we already had purchased our meal on the ground. We started making our descent into Phuket, and we passed some beautiful islands such as the PP Island and more. As we descend into Phuket, let me provide you with my thoughts on this flight journey. For the most part, this was a decent flight. Since I had no interaction with the flight crew, I really can't speak much about their service. However, with the interaction that I saw with other customer, it was friendly. I didn't sense any attitude, only smiles, and really great service. Since this is a low budget, all the other charges were expected. However, comparing it with the US and or Europe-based budget airlines, the prices were still much better. Will I ever fly AirAsia again in the future outside of this trip? Yes. My only advice to myself will be to purchase my ticket in advance and pack light. Other than that, it was a great trip and I recommend AirAsia to travelers. Again, this is not a sponsored video and is my own opinion. We landed in Phuket around 4 p.m. and taxied our gate. We deplaned the jet bridge and went directly to immigration.
just landed here in Phuket. Gonna go through immigration, grab the car, and then go to our hotel. We have gone through immigration over there. Now we are getting ready to go grab our bags and then go get the rental car.
And shortly after that, the luggage claim, and then to pick up our rental car. I will speak about the rental car experience on the next video, so stay tuned the next video to learn how you can safely rent a car in Thailand. Entry requirement into each country changes daily, and it requires that you check the official government health and immigration website for up-to-date information and requirements. Information that I provide to you today might change tomorrow. Stay tuned to our Thailand vlog and a review of 2 hotels where we stayed. In addition, we also visited 1 hotel even though we did not stay there. Thank you again for watching, and see you on the next video.